couldn't help but notice that Animal Crossing's clothing isn't a necessity for the animal characters, it's a choice. For professional NPCs, clothing seems to represent their role and professionalism, while villagers stick to a simple piece of attire or whatever you give them. Even though clothing is a key and fun part of the game, it surprisingly doesn't have much influence on gameplay or mechanics. Instead, it's all about personal expression and adding a bit of charm into the world around you. Stress is making my hair fall off, and it's because 98% of you are not subscribed. So if you want me to recover my hair, subscribe! First off, let's talk about the villagers, the everyday inhabitants of your island or town. Unlike us, the animal villagers don't need clothes. They're animals after all. For the most part, villagers are perfectly content wearing just one piece of clothing, like a shirt or a dress. It's casual and effortless, seemingly unimportant to them. But bottoms? Yeah. That is not very important in this universe, because villagers have never worn pants, skirts, or anything of that sort in the series' history. It's almost as if the concept of a full outfit doesn't register in this world. Very particularly, they will wear a top or even accessories, but not bottoms or shoes. Still, villagers do adapt their wardrobe to certain occasions. During events like the fishing tourney, they might use outdoor hats, and when it's snowing, you'll see them wearing neat caps. Even on special holidays like the countdown for New Year's brings out festive hats. But at the end of the day, their fashion is very minimalistic. It's like clothing for them is just an afterthought rather than a necessity. And at some points, it seems that whatever they're wearing is just a favorite piece of clothes that has been gifted to them by the player. And that's why it remains in the rotation of what they wear daily. So this actually shows that the villagers do have a slight awareness of clothing beyond their default attire. They'll comment on what they're wearing, sometimes even gifting you, the player, items that they think will match your style. It's a small but charming way that the game integrates clothing to its social interactions. But then we get to the outliers when it comes to clothing preferences, and those are the special characters. These NPCs often wear full outfits, complete with shoes and accessories. It somewhat feels like a uniform. Tom Nook, for instance, is always sharply dressed, reflecting his role as a professional business mogul. Isabel's formal attire emphasizes her role as the ever-dutiful assistant, while Label's sophisticated ensembles highlight her status as a fashion designer. For characters like Kix the Clover, their outfit directly connects to their profession. Katrina, the mysterious fortune teller, wears an elaborate ensemble that mirrors her enigmatic personality, and Tortimer's dignified outfit underscores his role as the wise elder of the town, or the man that doesn't know what to do after retirement. But these characters use fashion not as a mere decoration, but as a style and symbol for their professionalism and the unique roles that they have on the game. So what we can make out of this is that the villagers aren't obliged to wear clothes. They just do it because they want to. On the other hand, most of the special characters wear clothing to reflect the profession or personality of what they do or represent. The biggest outlier here would be KK, since he doesn't wear anything. He just doesn't care to do so, and he's famous. But you can't do this, because the NPCs in Animal Crossing are animals, and technically, they don't have to wear clothes, unlike you, the player, because the minimal acceptable clothing is your underwear. But truthfully, I like to wear clothes, and I couldn't do so without the amazing Able sisters. Their shop is a perfect place where most of us go to get random pieces of clothing that we won't know what to do with. This is where players truly explore self-expression through fashion, with a variety of tops, dresses, headwear, accessories to try on, and although we do have a lot of fun while playing and picking out attires, let's not forget you can create your own patterns and make new and distinct pieces of clothing, which you can share with others. Still, clothing in Animal Crossing gives you not much of a gameplay advantage. Its purpose is purely aesthetic. It's about expressing yourself and creating unique outfits. I usually pick a random piece of clothes with my eyes closed and then I just try to match the rest of the outfit with that piece I first chose. It makes for a fun mini game at the beginning of each session. This is quite similar to matching an outfit with a piece of clothing that Label gives you to help her with inspiration. Truthfully, even though fashion doesn't directly influence on important gameplay mechanics, it still serves as a subtle way to connect the player, the NPCs, and the world around them. By gifting villagers in your town clothes that match their personality or style, you give them a more personalized feel to their existence in the game. There is also the fact that your clothing, as well as those of the villagers, will align with festivities and climate changes, which makes the world also feel a bit more alive. So, what does all of this tell us about Animal Crossing? Well, clothing in this universe isn't just about aesthetics. It's a reflection of personality, roles, and the player's creative freedom. Whether it's the simplicity of the villager's single shirt or the professionalism of a full NPC outfit, every piece of clothing tells a story. Still, I think it would be nice to have more mechanics added to clothing. There is so much clothes in this game, and the fact that the most complex mechanic around clothing is the fact that you can create your own clothes and share it with other people. I mean, I think there is a lot to explore here that could be even better to make the clothing mechanics so much better and maybe a bit more influential in the gameplay.